This extension was designed to trigger alerts on any record based on the logic configured. For example, if we open our test organization, we see an alert that the account has been suspended. The reason the alert shows up is we have suspended checkbox set as yes. One of our conditions in the workflow says that if account is suspended, then show this alert. Next, let's take a look at tickets. If I open this ticket, I will then see the alert which indicates that the organization that is linked to this ticket is set as an account suspended. We just looked at that organization. So it basically pulls the information from the related record and tells you that the account has been suspended. Next, we have the Severity Is Critical. It tells us that the ticket has severity set to critical and we need to follow proper SLA requirements. And finally, we have a 60-minute mark that tells us the ticket's been open for more than 60 minutes and we need to address it properly. All of these conditions and pop-ups are completely customizable in the configuration area as well as the conditions. So let's go ahead and close it. Next, let's go ahead and start a new ticket and see how the information shows up. If I hit add, if I select my organization, which is suspended, it immediately gives me an alert saying that the ticket that I'm creating for this organization, the organization is suspended. Next, if I change the severity to critical, it tells us right away that the severity is critical and you need to do certain things to address this ticket. In addition to the pop-up, we can also configure it where it will not allow us to save the record until we put in proper value. For example, in this case, when the account has been suspended, we can choose so the user should not be able to save the ticket for that reason. Next, let's go and take a look at the settings area. Under settings, CRM settings, other settings, and conditional alerts pop-ups, and that's where we have all of our conditions. So the first one, for example, organization, you name the condition and then you put in the actual condition where suspended is yes, and lastly you specify an alert which you have a title. You have your alert to be shown to the user, as well as the options. You can alert at the time that you're creating or modifying the record, at the time the record is opened or viewed. You can also alert at the time the user clicks save, and you can also prevent user from saving that alert. Sorry, that record. If we close that, finish, and then let's take a look at another one, for example, for tickets. Urgent and critical. You have your description. You can specify the condition is severity is critical, and you can add as many conditions as needed. And if we go to the next step, that's where you have the other alert. And if there are multiple alerts being triggered at the same time, it will combine them into the one pop-up.